On the Glen Rose Sports Network, this is Massey's Bar BQ, Coffee with Coach. Massey's Bar BQ, Coffee with Coach, is brought to you in part by Glen Rose Coffee Company, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, Taco Tay, and Glen Rose Cleaning.
Mills will take it, hand it to Gronway. Right side across 35, now down the right side, it's a foot race. 40, 30, down to the 25-20. Josiah Gronway is going to take it to the house.
Now, here's your host, Rob Matthews.
Well, good Friday morning and welcome to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach Rob Matthews alongside the head coach Cliff Watkins for tonight's homecoming matchup at Tiger Stadium as the Venus Bulldogs come to town. We'll talk about them here in just a little bit, but first let's talk with Coach about last week's game at Hillsboro, get the second district win of the season, come out of there with a 56-14 victory over Hillsboro, and I thought your offense started fast just like you were hoping they would.
Yeah, you know, that's what we talked about. Our focus all week was starting fast on both sides of the ball, and we're able to do that. You know, we get the ball first and go down and score pretty quick. And then get a stop. You know, that's what we hadn't been doing. It was either we would start slow offensively and fast defensively or vice versa. And we talked about needing to put it together. And we're finally able to do that the other night. And I thought, you know, we had a normal first half. You know, second half lasted about 25 minutes. We ran the clock and got a lot of guys in that you know, deserved to get in the game as well. But the first half I thought was really clean. You know, we had the one – they returned the kickoff.
Right.
We got 49-0 and they returned the kickoff. That was disappointing. We got to be better there, and we've been better on kickoff. But the start and the first half of what we needed offensively and defensively.
I was going to ask you about the kickoff return. What was it on film, or just the kid looked like to me just a good runner, made a good return?
He did. You know, we let him outside where we can't do that. You know, we squeezed pretty well, but then we lost contain and can't lose contain, especially people with speed like that.
Yeah.
You know, and so we can't. If we don't do that, then we probably turn it back in and make a tackle. But once he got outside, then we missed a tackle. Had a chance to get him down just past midfield and didn't. And so that was the one thing that stuck out in the first half that we got to be better.
Then they scored another touchdown. I don't remember what happened. They put a drive together, or
no? I mean,
I don't remember what it was. It's been 6-7 days since then. Anyway, your backups did get in the second half.
They did.
And you know, how do you manage putting the backups in, but your foot is firmly on the brake?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to send Mills out there and start tossing it around everywhere.
Right, and like I said, they ran the clock the whole second half.
Right.
So we got, I believe, 2 series on both sides of the ball. Actually, our second series offense, we were down in the red zone and time ran out. So,
Sure.
I mean, but those guys do a good job, and they come to practice and get after the practice. And so it's always nice when we can get everybody in the game. Love to play everybody all the time, you know,
Right.
but it's just not feasible every single week. And so it was good to see those guys get in there and get after it. And we did give up 1 touchdown in the second half. But you know, back to the first half, you know, I thought we were very efficient in what we did. I believe we had 425 yards of offense in the first half. Tyson Sullivan, he's getting better every single week. We talked about our offensive line really opening holes and getting movement, but Tyson, he played 6-man football. You know, it took him a little while to adjust, and now he's really filling in and doing a really good job. He had 14 carries for 125 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah,
and so
that's impressive.
If we can get that kind of production, he's going to be really, really good, you know. Luke Mells had 5 catches for 104 yards. You know, Caden Mars had 5 catches for 94 yards. Judd was 16 of 20 for 265 yards and a touchdown, rushed for 3 touchdowns, 2-point conversion. And so a lot of guys get involved. Patton Prescott had 3 or 4 catches. Ryder Rubitsky caught a touchdown pass. And so to be able to get that much production in a half is good in itself. But to me, the big thing is getting a lot of people involved. That's the hardest thing for a defense to figure out what to do is when you can get a lot of people involved. When you can only run it with one guy in the backfield, or there's one receiver that they know you're going to get the ball to. You know, there's a lot more things they can do to find ways to stop you than if you can get a whole lot of guys involved. You know, so we talked about the production offensively. Defensively, thought we played really well because, I mean, Didn't look like it last Friday, but they can be explosive. I mean, they have speed, and if you don't set an edge or you don't fit right, then they can bust a big one on you, you know. And so to be able, we shut them out defensively. You know, they scored on the kick return, but shut them out defensively. Gage Diaz had a good interception. Gage Douglas, I believe, had 10 or 12 tackles. Caden Shannon had 8 tackles. He played better from the safety position. Ryder Rabitsky's always all over the field on both sides of the ball. And so saw a lot of bright spots that definitely – because, you know, we sat right here last week and talked about we're going to have to bring our own energy because there's just not a lot in that stadium. And you get there, and we go in after pregame, and I'm like, guys, we've talked about it, and you can feel it. I mean, there was just nothing there. And I was proud of our crowd. I thought we had a good crowd for Hillsboro. They didn't have very many, but we had a good crowd, and we always do. Our fans travel, and so they helped with that. Our crowd definitely helped with that, but it's just the atmosphere is just not the same.
Just up in the press box, it seemed a lot better just because you're looking at turf, and they've got the logo in the middle. It's not the grass, and, you know, they've kind of painted some stuff.
It's a lot nicer.
It really is.
The entrance, I believe, is all new. The turf was nice, and so it is
poured
much
some concrete around there, like walkways, and put gravel down. And
you know, I didn't make it over there.
It was right around your locker room. I'm surprised you didn't notice.
Oh no, that's not true.
That is true.
No,
I saw
not.
it. And a new fresh coat of paint they put on the locker room.
Yes.
Another thing I was going to ask you before we go to our first break: managing a lead without trying to embarrass somebody. How do you you're up quick, big, 28 points right off the bat,
and that's what we talk about at halftime in situations like that. Hey, I don't care if you're on the field or on the sideline. You got to stay focused. I don't want this to get sloppy, right? You got to stay focused, know what's going on in the game, and then when the ball snaps, it's full speed, and then because especially when we're on offense and we have that lead, something we never do, we're going to drain the clock, and that's hard for me. Like sitting over there and just watching that clock, you feel like such a waste of time. Like, what are we doing? Like, it hurts my soul to do that. But you have to. And so we wait till the last second to call the play in, and then they go. So that thing changes. And then but the same thing defensively. They're probably slowing the thing down too because they don't want to go fast and go 3 and out and get the ball back. So both sides of the ball, it's something new. You got to wait, but then you got to be able to go full speed with everything you got when the ball snaps until the whistle blows.
Tigers win 56-14 over Hillsboro to go to their second district win of the season. We'll go to our first break. I want to thank our co-sponsors, Glenrose Coffee Company, Tecate, Glenrose Cleaning Services, Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, and Glenrose Family Chiropractic. When we come back, we'll talk about Venus, Bulldogs, and homecoming on the Glenrose Sports Network.
Massey's Barbecue welcomes you to come try their expanded menu 7 days a week at their brand new Glenrose location, 1 mile from town on North Highway 144. At Massey's Barbecue, every bite is a taste of family tradition and love. From tender smoked ribs to savory pulled pork, our passion for grilling runs deep. Enjoy live music on weekends or let Massey's cater your next gathering. Come hungry, leave happy, because at Massey's it's not just a meal, it's a celebration of flavor and family.
Friday night lights are calling Glenrose, but first, fuel up at the Glenrose Coffee Company.
Swing by before the big game for an iced turtle dove, game day frappuccino, or a Red Bull infusion.
Whether you're a student, a parent, or a Tigers fan, we've got you covered.
Download our app today and we'll have your drinks ready faster than a Tigers tackle.
Don't show up to the game empty-handed. We're right across the street from the high school.
Your first pit stop before kickoff.
At the Glenrose Coffee Company.
Looking for a cleaner, fresher home? Call Glenrose Cleaning Services. We specialize in carpet, rug, tile, and upholstery cleaning, plus air duct cleaning to keep your air fresh and your family healthy. From stained sofas to musty carpets, we make it like new again. Call us or text today at 254-396-9083 for a free estimate. Glenrose Cleaning Services. Your dirt is our business. And as always, go Tigers!
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Cliff Watkins, head football coach of your Glenrose Tigers. Join us every game day morning at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee with Coach, hosted at Massey's Barbecue. And thank you to our co-sponsors, Glenrose Coffee Company, Tecate, Glenrose Family Chiropractic, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, and Glenrose Cleaning. Coffee with Coach, game day mornings at 9:30 a.m.
Tacote at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail in Glen Rose offers authentic breakfast and lunch favorites 6 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enjoy their breakfast burritos, breakfast plates, daily lunch specials, and menudo every day. Family owned, always fresh, and always delicious. They can also cater your next family celebration or office lunch by bringing the taste of Mexico to your table. Dine in at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail. Call in your orders at 254-897-1278, or you can order on DoorDash. Go Tigers from Tacote in Glen Rose.
Bagged your buck? Bring it to the pros at Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing in Glen Rose. We handle your harvest with care. Clean cuts, custom orders, and unbeatable flavor. From jerky and sausage to specialty cuts, we do it all. Fast, clean, and local. Trusted by hunters across Somervell County and beyond. This season, don't settle. Trust Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, where your game gets the respect it deserves. Good luck, Tigers. From Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing.
Is back pain slowing you down? At Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, we help you get back to living life. Whether it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, everyday aches and pains, or DOT physicals, Dr. Cullen creates a personalized care plan for the whole family. From kids to grandparents, we're here to keep your family moving naturally. Call Glen Rose Family Chiropractic today at 520-705-9801 to schedule your next appointment. Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, where healing begins and health lasts a lifetime.
Welcome back to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach Rob Matthews alongside Coach Watkins. It's homecoming week in Glen Rose, and the Venus Bulldogs will be in town, and Venus has been struggling this year, scoring 7 points a game and giving up, over 60 a game. But it's who's on the schedule tonight, and you've got to prepare for them and get ready to play tonight.
Right. We talk about a lot in district. It's not, it's who's on the other side, but it's more about us.
Right.
We prep all non-district to find out who we are, what are our disadvantages, what are we not very good at, what are we good at, what can we build on, and then you get to your open week and you know all those things, and then you gotta fix the things you're not good at and build on things you are. And so now this phase of the season, the district phase, it's about us. It's about us getting better and playing our best football at the right time. And I feel right now we're still getting better. I feel that every single week when we step on the field, we've gotten better. And nothing can change tonight. Doesn't matter who's on that side of the ball. If you're in the game, I need to see us get better. I need to see us fix the things tonight that we saw last Saturday on film that said we can't do this and beat good teams, and we got to get better. And so it's all about us and us going out and handling all the distractions of homecoming and going out and executing at a high level.
It's homecoming, and that brings some distractions. It's a little bit different schedule. I think there was a parade that Terry was at, and
he was it. Always does a great job.
Yeah, I mean
he was there.
Probably did he play last night? I don't know if he played for the Eagle Mountain Knights or if they played tonight.
They did play last night. Are you sore?
Oh, you put it off.
Okay.
But there's some alumni in town, just like we've got here. Let's see, we've got Terry, class of 71.
Okay.
Corky, class of 73.
Nice.
Matt Holder, class of 89. Lance, class of 90. Stewart, class of 03.
There we go.
And then we've got Kaysen, who's not part of the club. He's
moved in like me. We're on the same page, right?
How do you handle the homecoming distractions?
It's a tricky deal. We tell our guys Monday morning every single year. Homecoming is for the students, it's for the alumni, it's for the community. And they do all this to celebrate Glen Rose, and then it's our job to go put on a good show during the game, right? Homecoming's not about the football team. It's for the alumni, and it's for the community, and it's for the students, and want them to have a great week of homecoming. But we have a job to do, right? It's a district game, and we got to go play our best. We can't get distracted and all that. And I tell them, enjoy the times. The parade on Wednesday, enjoy that, But when it's not those type of things, you better have your mind right, focusing on the things you got to do to go execute your job when it's time. And so there's a lot of distractions that come with homecoming, and so it's just our job to kind of put the blinders on and not see all those things when we have to go practice. we got to go get better at practice. We can't be thinking about the parade on a Wednesday morning practice, and I feel like our guys have done a good job of that this week.
Talk a little bit about the turnaround offensively. The first 3 games averaged 16 points a game, and the last 3 you've averaged 54. Last 5 you've averaged 50.
Yeah.
Can you talk just about the way things have turned around?
I just think I had some new guys in some new places, and I'll take blame for a lot of it. Not you always have to find out who you are. Well, I thought we might be this, and so trying to do some things early on that figured out that's not really who we are. So that's my fault. Like I've got to get better at early on figuring out what we can do to be successful. And once we figured that out, and once these kids got comfortable in their roles, we talked about the production that Judd Conley's having in the run game and the pass game. Luke Mills, what he did last week and a half, 5 catches for over 100 yards. Tyson Sullivan stepping in. Those first 2 games, he didn't get many carries. He was starting at corner, and not playing much offense. And so it's about getting guys in the right spots. And now that these guys know the role and know what to expect offensively and what we're going to do, they've done a great job of settling in and making plays. And we talked early in the year about we got to have guys step up and make plays. When we had missed opportunities on chances to make plays and we didn't do it. And then we talked this morning about all the different guys that made the plays. Right. Now there's so many guys stepping up and making plays. And so it's just a combination of a lot of things. And being able to be two-dimensional, being able to run the ball the way we have and then have big plays in the pass game. I mean, those things make an offense hard to stop, and we weren't able to do those things early on.
Do you think the passing yards in a season record is safe this year?
It's safe for a long time.
Really? The Tarleton passing record that you set in whatever year that was?
I thought you were talking about Kenyon Evans.
I'm talking about
Glen
Cliff
Rose
Watkins.
Tigers.
Cliff Watkins owns the passing yards in a season, passing attempts in a season, and touchdown passes in a season. Do you think any of those are in danger? You watched them last week.
They're all in danger.
Are they?
How they're still there, I have no idea.
They are not even close to the records you set in 63 or whatever year that was. That's Victor.
That is 2003, sir. I'm sick of the Jabs.
Yes. 03. Well, I haven't had one today.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Victor Cavallis, he's the quarterback at Tarleton. He's, I guess, trying to chase your records, but he's got a long way to go. They're 8-0, and they're on the road at Eastern Kentucky.
I thought we were talking about the Glen Rose Tigers.
No, well, we did, and we talked about Venus, and we talked about Tarleton, and now we're going to take a break and come back and talk about volleyball, who have a big game today and a playoff game next week. I want to say thanks again to our co-sponsors, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Cleaning Services, Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, and Glen Rose Family Chiropractic. We'll talk about cross country was in action, volleyball, what else is going on in the district when we come back at Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach.
Massey's Barbecue welcomes you to come try their expanded menu 7 days a week at their brand new Glen Rose location, 1 mile from town on North Highway 144. At Massey's Barbecue, every bite is a taste of family tradition and love. From tender smoked ribs to savory pulled pork, our passion for grilling runs deep. Enjoy live music on weekends or let Massey's cater your next gathering. Come hungry, leave happy, because at Massey's, it's not just a meal, it's a celebration of flavor and family.
Friday night lights are calling Glen Rose, but first, fuel up at the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Swing by before the big game for an iced turtle dove, game day frappuccino, or a Red Bull infusion.
Whether you're a student, a parent, or a Tigers fan, we've got you covered.
Download our app today and we'll have your drinks ready faster than a Tigers tackle.
Don't show up to the game empty-handed. We're right across the street from the high school.
Your first pit stop before kickoff.
At the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Looking for a cleaner, fresher home? Call Glen Rose Cleaning Services. We specialize in carpet, rug, tile, and upholstery cleaning, plus air duct cleaning to keep your air fresh and your family healthy. From stained sofas to musty carpets, we make it like new again. Call us or text today at 254-396-9083 for a free estimate. Glen Rose Cleaning Services. Your dirt is our business. And as always, go Tigers!
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Cliff Watkins, head football coach of your Glen Rose Tigers. Join us every game day morning at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee with Coach hosted at Massey's Barbecue. And thank you to our co-sponsors, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, and Glen Rose Cleaning. Coffee with Coach, game day mornings at 9:30 a.m.
Tacote at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail in Glen Rose offers authentic breakfast and lunch favorites 6 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enjoy their breakfast burritos, breakfast plates, daily lunch specials, and menudo every day. Family owned, always fresh, and always delicious. They can also cater your next family celebration or office lunch by bringing the taste of Mexico to your table. Dine in at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail. Call in your orders at 254-897-1278, or you can order on DoorDash. Go Tigers from Tacote in Glen Rose.
Bagged your buck? Bring it to the pros at Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing in Glen Rose. We handle your harvest with care. Clean cuts, custom orders, and unbeatable flavor. From jerky and sausage to specialty cuts, we do it all. Fast, clean, and local. Trusted by hunters across Somervell County and beyond. This season, don't settle. Trust Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, where your game gets the respect it deserves. Good luck, Tigers. From Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing.
Is back pain slowing you down? At Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, we help you get back to living life. Whether it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, everyday aches and pains, or DOT physicals, Dr. Cullen creates a personalized care plan for the whole family. From kids to grandparents, we're here to keep your family moving naturally. Call Glen Rose Family Chiropractic today at 520-705-9801 to schedule your next appointment. Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, where healing begins and health lasts a lifetime.
Welcome back to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach. It's a 5:30 kickoff. A 5:30 First National Bank pregame show, a 6 o'clock kickoff.
Somebody may be kicking off 5:30. Stephenville is.
Are they?
Yes, and we're going 6 o'clock.
5:30 pregame show, 6 o'clock kickoff from Tiger Stadium here on the Glen Rose Sports Network. Other games, other sports and games last night, the sub-varsities were in action.
Yes, our actually J.B. White went to Godley on Wednesday because their varsity game got moved to last night, so they had to move their sub-varsities up, and they lost 22-20. We beat them a couple weeks ago in a close one, and they beat us 22-20 on Wednesday. The JV Red won 42-0 at Venus last night. We had 4 junior high games against Godley here last night. Both B teams won. 7th grade B won 14-8, and 8th grade B won 20-6. And the 7th and 8th grade A teams both lost good games.
The cross country was in Lubbock last week for regionals.
They did. Coach Hill and Coach Gazelle went on and on about how well we ran. Our 2 girls and boy ran really well. Said it was a tough course, and the girls, Liv Everson finished 35th out of 179 runners, was only 6 spots out of qualifying for state. Her sister Rebecca finished 43rd, so they both ran really well. Dawson Miller finished 88th in the whole region, and so they definitely made Glen Rose proud. Did a really good job representing us out in Lubbock at the regional cross country meet.
The Glen Rose Sports Network golf team did not do very good in the Glow Ball tournament last week.
Where'd y'all finish?
Top 5 finish. Yeah, top 5.
I will check. I'll check.
That's really true. Top 5.
So only 5 teams played.
No, there's more than that, but we are top 5.
Okay.
Volleyball has a huge game today. They're playing Brock. I don't think they can catch Brock. Brock is the district champion.
They are.
But it's still a big game going into the playoffs.
Huge game. Want to go play well and find a way to win that one. Went to 5 with them last time over there in a really good match and got them home tonight at 4:30 and then start the playoffs next week. So it's a big game to get some momentum going into the playoffs. Tonight, 4 o'clock is parent night.
You're not going to mention this, but somebody broke a record the other night in the game, most blocks in a game, a school record.
Oh, yes.
You know who she is.
Yes.
I think
Henley did. She very proud of her. She had 10 blocks in a game to break the school record, and she's actually 5 away from the season record.
Right. Okay. I was making sure you mentioned it because I knew you wouldn't
do it. You were going to make me. So, that's big for her.
Sure.
And then tonight, like I said, 4 o'clock we got parent night and gonna recognize all the players, but really the seniors. We got 6 seniors: Alex Arrington, Avery Guptill, Ashton Dodson, Tatum Brooks, Reagan Lindsay, and Kaylee Paxton. Those going to honor those girls before the game, and then want to see them go out and play really well. And last home game, actually, so we play 4:30 tonight. We're going to have a warm-up game at 6 o'clock on Monday in the arena against Rio Vista. So we'll have a warm-up game on Monday, and then we will play Lubbock Cooper Liberty next Thursday in Abilene, but nothing's been finalized yet. So that's the schedule. But if you can, be there at 4:30 tonight to
4 or 4:30?
4 is parent night.
Okay. And
The
serves at
4:30,
Okay.
and then kickoff for us at 6. So.
Okay. All right, we'll be there. We'll have the football game on the Glen Rose Sports Network, 5:30. First National Bank pregame show, 6 o'clock kickoff. Anything we need to add before we get out of here? We're just about out of time.
I think that's it. Girls basketball started on Wednesday, so
they did
rolling. Boys basketball will get rolling next Wednesday, and so finish up with cross country and get new sports rolling.
I do have one more thing because we got a minute and a half. What's the lightning delay rule when you say, okay,
you
game?
just want to jinx us. Oh, when you call it?
Yeah.
There's no rule. It's,
okay.
It's a communication between the two schools.
Okay.
Once there is lightning, it's a 30-minute delay.
Sure.
And it's 30 minutes until there's no more lightning. So if you go 20 minutes and there's another lightning strike within 10 miles, that's the radius of the UIL rule, then it resets it for another 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The two schools will be talking, hopefully not us, but if it happens to somewhere else, during it, they decide how long you're going to wait it out. But it's a district game, so you got to get it in, or you got to agree that it's over. So just hopefully it hits here later. I think it will. I feel good about moving it up to 6 and getting our game in.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Against Venus. All right. Thanks for joining us at Massey's Barbecue for Coffee with Coach. We'll see you tonight at the stadium.